Friday made the world laugh in 1995, but time was far less kind to the people behind the jokes. Some vanished without a trace, and others never lived long enough to enjoy their success. This is what really happened to the cast of Friday. Then and now. Ice Cube as Craig Jones, the calm, observant everyman whose single bad day turned into one of the most quotable comedies of the decade. Success, however, brought new fractures. As Cube expanded into producing and headlining projects like The Players Club and Barbershop, he clashed repeatedly with studios over creative control and ownership. The industry that once feared his anger now seemed unsure how to market his independence. By 2026, Ice Cube is 57, still acting, producing, and running ventures like the Big Three basketball league. Chris Tucker as Smokey, a hyperactive, foul-mouthed hurricane of chaos who instantly became the most quoted character in the film. Smokey didn't just steal scenes, he hijacked the movie. Yet behind the scenes, his worldview was changing fast. After a religious awakening, Tucker renounced profanity and distanced himself from the style of comedy that defined Smokey, while Hollywood, unsure how to package a clean Chris Tucker, slowly pulled back. As of 2026, Chris Tucker is 54. Financially secure and selective, John Witherspoon as Willie Jones, Craig's sharp-tongued, no-nonsense father who somehow became the film's emotional backbone. Rather than collapse under typecasting, Witherspoon leaned into longevity. He reprised variations of the role in Friday sequels, Boomerang, The Wayans Bros, and countless TV appearances, becoming a generational constant rather than a fleeting star. Behind the humor, however, was an actor who knew he would never be allowed to reinvent himself dramatically. On October 29, 2019, John Witherspoon died suddenly from a heart attack at his home in Sherman Oaks, California. Nia Long as Debbie, the effortlessly cool love interest whose quiet confidence made her one of the film's most unforgettable presences. In 2022, Long's long-term relationship with Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka collapsed publicly after his workplace affair became headline news. The fallout affected not only her personal life but also her public image, once defined by control, now marked by vulnerability. Rather than retreat, Long recalibrated. As of 2026, Nia Long is 55 years old. Still active in film and television, she continues to work selectively. Regina King as Dana Jones, Craig's sharp, outspoken younger sister in a role that was small, fast, and easy to overlook at the time. In the 2010s, King emerged as a formidable director, winning an Academy Award for If Beale Street Could Talk and directing acclaimed episodes of Scandal and Watchmen. At the height of her creative power, her life was shattered. In January 2022, her only son, Ian Alexander Jr., died by suicide at the age of 26. The loss was immediate, devastating, and irreversible. Now, Regina King is 55. Tommy Lister Jr. as Debo, the silent, menacing neighborhood bully who instantly became every kid's worst fear. Debo, however, sealed his image forever. Scripts kept coming, yet nearly all of them demanded the same thing. Fewer words, more menace, another version of the same brute. Films like The Fifth Element and The Dark Knight offered brief visibility, but never escape from the shadow Debo cast over his career. On December 10, 2020, he was found dead in his apartment in Marina del Rey, California. He was 62. Lister died largely alone. Faison Love as Big Worm, the flashy, fast-talking dealer whose pink car, greasy grin, and payday threats turned a supporting role into a street comedy icon. Big Worm became instantly quotable, instantly recognizable, and instantly limiting. Hollywood wanted that same energy again and again, rarely asking for anything deeper. Love stayed visible through comedies like Elf and The Replacements, but the offers circled the same lane: loud, reckless, larger than life. By 2026, Faison Love is 58. Anthony Johnson as Ezal, the twitchy, wide-eyed neighborhood crackhead whose exaggerated physical comedy became one of the film's most memorable running jokes. He was repeatedly cast as addicts, losers, and punchlines, roles that blurred uncomfortably close to real life. As the years passed and offers thinned, Johnson's health declined alongside his prospects, with alcohol abuse becoming a persistent shadow. Weight fluctuations, hospital visits, and long absences from the screen reinforced the sense of a man struggling to stay upright as opportunities quietly disappeared. Anthony Johnson died on September 6, 2021. Bernie Mack as Pastor Clever, appearing briefly as Pastor Clever. A blink-and-you-miss-it cameo that gave no hint of the force he would soon become. Stand-up comedy became both refuge and weapon, but success came slowly and painfully. As his career in comedy clubs grew, so did his addictions. Cocaine and alcohol shadowed his early years, threatening to derail him just as his voice began to sharpen. Health problems followed, including chronic sarcoidosis. Bernie Mac died on August 9, 2008, at the age of 50, from complications of pneumonia linked to sarcoidosis. DJ Pooh as Red, a small on-screen role that hid how central he truly was to the film's existence. As several cast members struggled with typecasting, scandal, illness, or early death, Pooh remained steady, employed, and creatively relevant. He expanded into producing, directing, and mentoring, becoming a bridge between hip-hop culture and Hollywood storytelling, trusted precisely because he never chased fame. Now, in 2026, DJ Pooh is 60. He stands as the quiet survivor of Friday. 30 years after Friday first made us laugh, the smiles behind it tell a far heavier story. Some rose higher than anyone imagined, some faded quietly, and others were gone long before their time. Time changed their faces, but not the impact they left behind. Which journey stayed with you the longest? Share your thoughts below, and follow along as we continue uncovering the untold stories behind Hollywood's most unforgettable films.